How do you rate about using such business tools in God's ministry work? Strongly support, because the business tool can strengthen and impact the stewardship of ministry when aligned with biblical values, or support with caution. Right? They can be helpful, but must always serve, not replace spiritual guidance and depend on God. Neutral and open, I see potential benefit and concern, undecided. So which are you? So I hope to get aligned with you so that the next 1 hour we spend together will be more fruitful. Right? Okay, the last question is, in which area do you think business tool could most benefit your ministry? Strategic planning, resource management, project execution, communication and outreach. You can select more than one. With this 3 questions have in mind, actually I wanted to do a polling from you guys so that I can understand, align with you and to understand where you are. So that when I proceed, I can know how much content I would to share and leverage with you, right? But nevertheless, because I was trying to set up the Slido, the network on my PC was not working because I'm using a hotspot. Maybe it's a bit slow. Yeah. I was asking for Wi-Fi, but there was no response. Okay. Okay, once again, it's a pleasure to welcome all of you here today. My name is King, and my surname is Lee, King Lee. I'm from Singapore. This is my first time presenting Lean Six Sigma to Christian community. Okay, it is very new to me because Joshua say, hey, you have some knowledge about Lean Six Sigma. Why don't you come and join and share with Christian community people, and it could to somewhere benefit them in the ministry. Okay, so I thought maybe I can prepare. I've never done that before, so bear with me, and this is my first time. This is the QR code scan for the whole slides. If you're interested or want to keep a copy for yourself, you can do so. Right? Yeah, so this is the QR code. A little bit by myself. I'm very fortunate to be able to become here to share with you. Prior to coming become a pastor, I was with Honeywell, a US company, but I'm working in Singapore for the past 20 years with Honeywell. So from an engineer, I went up all the way to a plant leaders, then become a project manager. So that's where I learned about Lean Six Sigma. And I became a certified Lean expert for them, right? Helping my company to attain certain levels of operation under Six Sigma certification requirement. Okay? My vision is to provide community development support in indigenous and startup region in Asia in a very diversified way. And that's the reason why when I was challenged to come, I never reject. I thought coming here was the right thing to do. Yeah. When we do Lean Six Sigma, the first thing we will learn is about space. S-P-A-C-E, right? Space. The first thing is about safety, S for safety, and then the purpose. When we talk about purpose, first of all, here's a disclaimer. I'm here only to introduce the basic of Lean Six Sigma, okay? Because if you want to learn the whole course of Lean and Six Sigma, it will take you at least 3 months. If you go to an expert level, it may take you 6 months to a year. So how can we do it within an hour time? So it's a kind of a basic introduction. So you have an idea of what it's all about. Then I will share a website for you to be able to go into the website to learn more, because there's free download of materials there, tons of materials there. You can learn from there. Okay? So at the same time, I'll also present some practical tools and example about how some of these Lean Six Sigma apply to our daily lives. It could be also applied to your ministry. And finally, yeah, that's why I say we will not be able to cover within 1 hour the whole thing about Six Sigma. The agenda, this will be the agenda. Okay? The evolution history of Lean Six Sigma, a little bit understanding of how it comes about, and then why Lean Six Sigma, and what's the characteristic of Lean Six Sigma. Then all the common tools. Some of the common tools, not all, some. Which I picked some good one, okay? Finally, communicate. We like to have a two-way communication. If you have a question, you can raise. If I can answer, we'll answer on the spot. If not, it could be an answer at a later stage. Right? Lastly, the expectation, which I already said. It is a 1 hour session. It could not cover the whole of Lean Six Sigma of 3 to 6 month kind of things. So you're only understanding the basic. Okay? This is the website which is available, and it allows you to understand what Lean Six Sigma is about. And when you go into Lean Six Sigma certification for your company, for your organization, for your community, for your school, you see, it goes from white belt, you know, the taekwondo belt, we call it the white belt. You have the yellow belt, the green belt, the black belt, and finally the master black belt. And this is the number of months that you need to be trained, from 4 to 8 hours for a white belt, which is the basic terms and support change effort for individuals who just need to know the basic, just like this class. But you see, even the basic also need a day, half a day to a day, you know. Then you have the yellow, you have the green, right? And so for different level of people, there's a number of months and days you need to be trained to get certified. So if you go into this website, it has all these materials available, which is a free download. First two I'm going to teach you on Lean Six Sigma. The first one, observation walk. What is observation walk? When you are in your school, when you're in your church compound, when you're in your village, every morning when you wake up as a leader, what do? In Lean Six Sigma, it teaches us that we need to walk. Go around the compound and walk and observe. Observe of what? Observe. The first thing we have always had in mind in Lean Six Sigma is safety. Always keep in mind of safety. Anything that you see that it is a near miss, it could be a potential hazard to someone. Immediately take action onto that and clear it. Look at this class. Observation. I did an observation walk, in fact. Before I come to this, okay, let's watch this. This is our outside compound, right? Was it clean? Any obstruction of pathway? Any fire extinguisher around? Was the fire extinguisher prominent to you? Do you know where to get it? If there's a fire, So in case there's a fire in this room, do you know what to do? Orderly, we just move out, right? And then go to assembly area. But somehow nobody told me about assembly area. I believe it should be somewhere outside of the car park area where we come in. That will be probably the assembly area. Safe, right? So this is inside the room. And you can see that the room are well organized, right? Is there any hazard on a chair, which is easily toppled, not firm? Things like that. So if I'm the school teacher, I will have to observe that the classroom is safe for the students, right? And is the aircon condition okay for you now? Okay? So things are like this. You have to keep this all in mind. So observation walk is like a magnifying glass. People are not observing it, but you are observing it very in detail. And you're always telling people, this is not safe. The way they lay the cable, you see, they are taped down. It is safe for me. I will not fall, right? Yeah. So carefully and intentionally observe the environment in a specific setting in order to gather information, notice, detail, reflect, and what is seen, heard, or sensed. Even talking to people, you can receive information. And that is called observation walk. Not just one person you're alone. You can talk to people with you. How are you today? How's things? Oh, terrible. Oh, this and that, you know. So when somebody shares something, it is an information given to you. And when you receive the information as the leader, what do you? Nothing much. Put it one side. No. We have to keep in mind, why is he pressing in this way? Why is he sharing with you with all this concern? Could be a church member, could be, a student, could be, I don't know, your British people. When they share concern with you, this is observation walk. So be mindful to details, look beyond the surface. The second tools I'm going to share with you is point of use. You heard of this word, point of use? Point of use is used in Lean Six Sigma, whereby it's telling you the things around you has to be strategically placed such that you don't spend extra time to go and get it. Very far away. It is not at the point of use. Think of your house, your kitchen area. Is there a fridge? Definitely you have utensils, right? Cooking, your cookers, right? A basin for washing. These are all point of use. So in Lean Six Sigma, when you start with a process, all the processes at the point of use with all the things that the workers, the operators, the members need to do. In my church, there is a point of use was for many years never put into consideration. Was the sanctuary, they have a table where they place all the Bible, they display the Bible, the candles, the Holy Communion's elements, the trays. It was all placed at level 3, but the sanctuary was at level 4. So the person who served, who need to set up the tablecloth and everything, got to go down to level 3, come up to level 4, finish everything, go back to level 3 again. So I told the church leaders, can we do a change to this so that this member who came don't have to rush, but at point of use, these things are all placed at the back of level 4, where there is a room, it's a prayer room. We reorganize it with a proper shelf for him to place things there. And that was changed. So the point of use was closer for him. Instead of going down the staircase or taking a lift, which take him more times. The point of use, that is the second tool you learn now. This is under Lean Six Sigma. It's an easy plug foot, which you can easily apply at home, in workplace, etc. So minimize motion, waiting, transformation. So far so good? Am I bringing you to somewhere you're lost? I hope you are not. I hope you can enjoy. Okay, we are going to share with you some practical things. This is what happened in my church. It's a prayer, it's a church office, and it's also a meeting room. Okay? That is before. Can you imagine my meeting room is full of all these things that people just come and put things? It is happening in your facility. It's so easy, you know, because they just don't have time to manage and keep things in the proper place. For years it's like that, and nobody is doing about it. So I just cannot stand it. I can't stand it. I just have to tell my church leaders, I say, can you allow me to do a cleanup for our church? Then this what happened. And the third tools I'm going to teach you and share with you is called 5S. 5 S's. Actually, it's 6 S's, but all the 5 S are making it happen so that the last S will be satisfied, will come into place. Okay, so what is the 5 S? Sorting, storing, shining, standardization, and sustaining. The 5 S. These 5 S are done well, you are making the last S, safety again. So in 5S is a fundamental tools in Lean Six Sigma. If you don't do 5S, you basically are telling people you are not a Lean and a Six Sigma certified company. As a certified company in Lean Six Sigma, everybody from white belt to black belt are all doing 5S. Why 5S? Because of visual control. Visually you can see whether the facility, the area, the compound are well organized. Is it reducing some waste, like point of use? Is it a lot of motion? Right? And then is it improving your safety for the people? Right? Regards to safety, is it creating higher quality? And then increase productivity, finally, the members' ownership. Everybody doing it, even his own pedestal, his work area are 5S. From his work area started with 5S, the whole compound are in 5S. Can you imagine how orderly the whole place is like? If this is a resort or a academy center, do you think it's a 5S status? Give you 0 to 100%. How will you grade them? Think about this, right? If you rate somebody compound or facility like that, how would you rate your own house? Is it 5S? Look at the bedroom. Oh my goodness. After they wash the clothes, the way you store your thing. Today I come, I put here. Tomorrow I come and put there. Everywhere. Where's my thing? Who moved my thing? I used to put my things there. Who go and touch it? Why you go and touch it? Because I don't see anybody touching it. I throw away, lah. Go away already. Because there's no 5S practice in that. So create a clean, organized, and efficient workplace. Very important. Okay, this is the 5S. In Singapore, national level, not just community, but national level, the whole of Singapore is doing a 5S now. You know what is that? In 2021, 14 May, the government, the NEA, announced if you go outside and eat in a hawker center or in a food court, the tray you never return, I'll fine you $300. Everybody's scared, correct or not? Your own tray cannot eat ready, just walk away, Today, this morning, when you finish your breakfast, you put your tray. After you finish, you leave your tray on the table and walk away. In Singapore, if you do that, you will get fined. You will get fined. The first time, give you warning. Second time, fine 300. Third time, court order. Either a fine or jail, or a community service, cleaning the areas with a vest that you have to put on and shame you, so that this guy never keep the utensils. Ming will know. You have to keep. It become an order. And you know what they do? They send poster everywhere they place. So nobody will escape your eyes, you know. You know, everybody has to do that. 4 languages. Bahasa Malay, English, Chinese, Hindi, right? Tamil, sorry. 4 language. Nobody escape. You must know. When you come to eat, you must clear. And I show you. They come with this video. If you're watching news, it will come out. You're watching movie, it will come out. Every day they're telling you, clean your table, clean your table. So you go out and eat, your first thing, hey, clean your table, huh? Officer behind watching you, huh? 5S, cleaning tables. The government is making the Singapore clean because you say it's a green city. How can a green city where the table is so dirty? Including the 5S, including the toilet now. They want to upgrade the toilet to a hotel level. Everybody using any facility you're using, they are having this 5S mindset. Now you see, this is real. People are keeping it, putting the tray inside. Mandatory for diners to return dirty tray. Yeah, and clean the table some more. If not, these are the fines. These are the penalties. So 5S, sort, store, shine, standardize, and sustain. When you say about sorting, actually when you learn 5S, right, there is a game for you to play. Okay? But we don't have that time. So you have to sort it out, the bricks in different colors, and then you have to clear away those that are unnecessary in the area of what you need. Dispose it or identify it with a red tag. It could be somebody's, belong to somebody's. You're not sure, right? You red tag it. Then you store. You store it in a nice way, in a nice manner, and you label. So that the next time somebody comes, this one belongs to the red block. This one belongs to the green block. So the green will not go to the red will not go to the blue because of the labeling. So storing is storage arranged and set in order. By visual, you can see what to do with it. When I come into the room, I saw that the chair was there, and I have to bring it here. If you come in, you see that the chairs are all set in, store in the orderly manner. After you finish, push it back. You see? You see, you minimize a lot of waste of time. People have to do it for you. Right or not? And you clear all your tissue papers, your cups, and so forth. 5S, store. Then you shine. Shine is that what it means. You clean the table, make the place, no more rubbish. Always new, like when you set in. Okay? Then you standardize. How you standardize? Here we have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 19. 19 of us plus me 20, 21. Heard about this? How we standardize 21 of us to do the same thing every time we come in. How do we do that? Step 1 to step 5. Place it somewhere on the wall. When you come in, please ensure the lights are off, air cons are off, tables and chairs are in orderly manner. Lock the room and leave. Standardize. List it down. When you go to a church, members come in, sit down, chairs was orderly arranged, right? But after they finish, who will clear it? Does the member know how to clear it? They know how to stack it nicely? Some chairs are all in different shape and size, right? But will they bother? They will not bother because there is no standardized information for them to follow. So standardization is there to help you in this way. Finally, sustain. Sustain is about discipline. Discipline everybody to do it. In Singapore, government way is penalty. Everybody become disciplined. Right? Singapore is a fine country, right? everything is fine, Yeah. You have to work that way, and people will follow orderly. And sustain, really sustain now, really sustain. I can see it with my own eyes. Even the elderly, flimsy, still walking to the tray, to the return tray. The Muslim put the Muslim tray, the non-Muslim put the non-Muslim return tray. You see? Never mix. Never mix. We respect even the religion. Okay? So this is 5 S's. How many tools have you learned already? At least 3, right? Very good. So last I say, safety. Finally, this area, because of your effort putting in, right? The area that you are working on is very safe. Everybody feel very conducive, right? Yeah. And you like to come back again. You don't want to come to a place where it's very messy, disorder. Yeah, that's the purpose. Finally, we come to our topics of Lean Six Sigma. Okay, I give a subtitle called Building a Christ-Centered Organization using Lean Six Sigma. Again, I'm telling you, this is my first time presenting it. Never in my mind that Lean Six Sigma is a Christ-centered. It can be a Christ-centered organization where you apply Lean Six Sigma tools. I hope it will help you if you focus and move in that direction. So this is the topics that we go cover. First of all, we go into the evolution history of Lean and Six Sigma and why Lean Six Sigma. To start off, Lean is started from the Germany's a mathematician in 1795. Okay? He came with the sigma, the curve. And that mathematics moved on to 1920, 1913, where Henry Ford started to build car manufacturing. Okay? Then in 1950, Toyota come in. Toyota. I see a lot of Toyota in Philippines. Everybody almost driving Toyota. I don't know why. Yeah. Cheap, right? I don't know. But the technology is good, is it? Okay, the car is easily to resell, is it? Good value also, right? You see? Why? Lean Six Sigma. Because Lean was started by Japanese. And Japanese moved from 1950 all the way to US in 1980. And in 1986, this gentleman called Bill Smith, he started Six Sigma. Six Sigma. Why Six Sigma? Because the defect of the product at the end completion is 99.999999. That is Six Sigma. It is 1 Sigma, the defect is very high, 100 or 1,000 kind of thing. So every time you have defect. So in order to reach to a Six Sigma level, your defects have dropped down to 0.00000001. So every time when you get the product out, it's always the same, good, in good quality. Do you know why now you buy things, some of the things are very cheap? Because that belongs to the 1 Sigma. People look at it, doesn't want. But it's cheap. Do you mind to look at the quality of the thing? You won't, right? You just buy because it's cheap. Six Sigma will be that cheap? No. It's more pricey. It's a premium price. So you see the difference now? You will know the difference when you see. Okay? So this is the evolution history. Now look at this. Aircraft manufacturer, aviation, car maker, transportation, banking, finance, hospital, healthcare, building construction. All these are already been practicing Lean Six Sigma. You like it or not, they are already doing it. But are they a Lean Six Sigma certification company? Could they call themselves? No. But they are applying all the tools, directly, indirectly. So why Lean Six Sigma are the two most popular project or quality management methodology today? You know Boeing? Boeing built 737 in how many days? Can you imagine? They built in 9 days. This video will show you. How can they make it in 9 days? The whole aircraft, because of Lean Six Sigma. There's no waste. There's no waiting time. Okay? They are all 5S. Tools are always at the right place for the engineers or the operator to use. There's never missing loads of tools. At the end of his work, he's always putting it back to the same place so that the next shift of people who came in can still find the same thing where. And he practiced Six Sigma, 5S's, right? Point of views, all the concept allows this whole operation to complete one aircraft in 9 days. 24, they say 9 days means it's a 24 hours operation. Yeah, 9 days. It is possible because of inventory control. The craft, wing, the body, the seats, everything are all stocked at the right time, right quantity to allow the whole assembly to be successful. This is aircraft. Now I'm going to show you Singapore Housing Board, also practicing like Boeing is doing. In 1980 to 1990, when we built Housing Board, 2 level, 4 level, 10, 12, now we are building 40. During that time, we spent 5 to 7 years. Now, it was cut half. It's only 3 to 4 years of waiting time we can get a unit from the government. And it's heavily subsidized. A lot of young people, they have a house, build their family, once they get a house from the government. Affordable. Within their lifetime, they can pay off the house. This is Singapore. Almost 80% of people are living in government-built public housing. Okay? So what's your first impression of knowing Six Sigma now? What's your first impression?
I'm really impressed.
Impressed?
Yeah.
Impressed by what?
I've heard of the Six Sigma word, but I don't have any idea.
Okay, impressed.
I'm really impressed by the efficiency.
Efficiency, very good. Efficiency is one. What else? Huh?
Effective.
Flexibility. I heard.
Effectiveness.
Oh, effectivity. Okay, very good.
How they implement it.
Implementation.
Yeah, we need to do it sometimes.
Standardization. How they implement. Building of blocks.
Yeah.
Aircraft.
And such a high quality.
High quality.
Self-improvement and success.
Yes, yes, yes.
Save
What-
time.
Huh?
Saves time.
Save time.
Delegation of tasks.
Sorry?
Delegation of tasks.
Delegation of tasks is very clear. Who do what, right? What else?
Standardization.
Huh?
Standardization.
Standardization. Puja?
I think the most important thing to a business is to remove the defects because at the end of the day it means profitability. So if you're able to achieve that goal of the Six Sigma, then that's it.
No defects. This is what I gathered myself. Robust. You talk about efficient, repetitive. All right, repetitive, no defects. It's always the same, right? Productive, just in time. Just now, who came in exactly at 9:30? Okay, just in time. Okay. Sustainability, built-in quality, cost effectiveness, right? Safety, teamwork, competitive, improvement, completeness, standardization, you mentioned. User friendliness, customer satisfaction, more important, right? Is your member satisfied? When they come to church, they feel satisfied. They want to come. Yeah. Your organization, your school, things like that. So these are the benefit of Six Sigma. In today's most competitive business world, these are the two words that they are very focused. Optimization and maximization. How you optimize it. Is it already optimized? I can guarantee you the answer is no. It can be even better today, tomorrow. Today is like that, tomorrow can be even better. Allowed to have a change mindset. Lean Six Sigma is always talking about change, change, change. Don't always stay at the same status quo. If you don't allow change, the young people come and tell you, no, last time you always do this way, follow, discipline. But you never think about, from the lean perspective, on optimization and maximization, you are cutting away these good ideas. Allow good ideas. Listen first. Yeah, and understand why he thinks like that. So it's very important to allow organization to have maximization and optimization. So you talk about Lean and Six Sigma, these are the two powerhouses. Lean has all the tools that you need to learn. Six Sigma has all these tools. But today, the title you see from your it was only Six Sigma, right? But actually, it should be Lean Six Sigma. Both are combined. It makes you even more impactful. Okay? We know all these organizations, right? Mission organization, seminary schools. Do you think to a certain level they have processes in place? They definitely have, right? What are the processes, do you know? Right? They have planning, design, resource mobilization, they have execution process, monitoring and evaluation process, follow-up and stability process, needs assessments, finally they do the reporting, and every end of the year they do celebration. So these are all processes, right? But are all these processes to certain level, are they Lean and Six Sigma? Did they have any ways in between? Are they always 5S? Things like that. Think about it. I'm throwing this question back to you. Every mission project typically undergoes a series of process implementation. When you go through Lean Six Sigma, always think of processes. From one process to another process, one process to another process. Always have a process. Even in church, worship, service, you have a process. The coming of members and until the leaving of members, the whole process are involving people. Then over time, these processes maintain purposeful, sustainable, and aligned with mission values. Can this process be further refined and optimized for improvement, reduce waste, variation, cost, and improve your delivery? When you say improve delivery means you set up things to make it happen. That is your delivery, right? So is there one tool that can solve every issue in your organization or your ministry that you are serving now? Is there? Maybe you're still cracking your head. You're still thinking of, how can I do this? How can I do that? Maybe it's a soft issue. It could be a hard issue. Software, hardware issues. But nevertheless, Six Sigma covers everything. Lean Six Sigma covers everything, from software all the way to hardware. Right? Why is that so? To keep pace with time, ask yourself, where are you now? What kind of management tools are you using today? Is your organization staying competitive? Finally, are your current processes optimized? So I'm trying to emphasize to you, because Lean Six Sigma always talk about optimization and maximization. Because it increases the value creation. Value creation. It creates values into your organization. Not negative values, but positive values. So these two tools, when combined, it becomes a best problem-solving methods to help organizations achieve their mission and satisfy their customers. Now I'm going straight very quickly into the characteristic. Customer focus, very much on customer focus. Why is that so? Because the customer needs, expectation is the pull factor. If you are in a seminary, the student is your pull factor. We always never think like that. It's always push factor. We push things to the student. but the student have needs, they have expectation. It's supposed to be your pull factor. So in Lean Six Sigma, our customer is the person who actually we are serving. And they actually the paymaster. Without them, we don't need to provide any service at all. But because of them, therefore we have all these processes put in place to serve them. So they are the pull factor. And their demands created all these processes. In the past, in the banking system, we used to use check. We go to the operating machine, automated machine to draw money, sign check. Now you still do that? In Philippines, in India, in Singapore, the young people, what is that? If you use check, they ask you to pay extra, $40 per check. Clearance. You will not do that anymore. You will close away your checkbook. Throw it away. It is all what now? Oh. It's all banking now. It's all online, right? It's all online banking, right? Everything online. Is this Six Sigma or Lean Six Sigma? Why? If without that, we will not move forward. The next thing is workforce optimal use. When you are a Lean Six Sigma organization, your workforce are fully optimized. You do not have any workforce in your organization or ministry not doing sufficient for the ministry. You will optimize him or her to make sure that he is very beneficial. We call it the asset of the organization. Because in Lean Six Sigma require ideas, effort from the entire members of the organization. Because he will tell you from his past experience why in the other organization he don't do this way. He explain to you why. And you have to understand. So we identify values and eliminate waste. Then we talk about waste elimination. That is one of the characteristics of Lean Six Sigma. Why waste is not good? Because waste is any resource, any process that is not value added. Not value added. NVA. Because these not value added things, a customer will not want to pay for it. They will not want you to spend effort in it or they think you're wasting his time. So when you think about waste, think of this TINWOOD, TINWOOD. There are 7 ways. Okay, there are 7 ways. Transportation waste, inventory, motion, waiting, overproduction, overprocessing and defects. The next characteristic is value added creation. When you talk about value added, think of 3C. The first day we heard from our speakers told us about 3C. Wow, it's what? Context, continuity, and I don't know, what's the last one? Context, continuity, and communication, something like that. Or community. Community, that's right. It's 3C. But in Lean Six Sigma also have a 3C. And the 3C is customer. Who is the customer? Who is the one that actually benefit from this thing that you're doing? Who is the customer? And is the change of information or material helpful? The second C. So if it's helpful, it's value added. If it's not helpful, it's not value added. Is it doing right at the first time? If it's right at the first time, it's correct, good, it is value added. So you think of the 3C, you are doing a value added thing. It's the opposite of waste. Let's understand a little bit about this. You go to a bank and you see a bunch of people queuing. Wow. And then you start driving all the way to the bank, you spend 20 minutes, waiting in line 40 minutes, filling the form 15 minutes, complete transaction 5 minutes, and you drive home again 20 minutes. To understand value added, you spend a total 100 minutes to complete one banking transaction. So non-value added. Non-value added are 95 minutes. The only value added are only 5 minutes, which you actually do the transaction and complete it. This is what happened today. Online banking are making that happen. Within 5 minutes, you can complete one transaction. You no longer have to drive all the way to do all the things that you need to do. So do you understand now? Non-value and value add? Good. So these are the 7 ways. In fact, there are another ways that they think of is a skill ways, which is the characteristic of Lean Six Sigma. Workforce not optimized. The skill are not fully exercised. He had that skill, but you never exercise him. I have that skill of Lean Six Sigma. If I don't come and share, I'm not optimized at all. Right? So this is the 8 ways. But we focus on these 7 ways. Right? So with that banking system, there is a waiting time, there is a lot of motion, right? And there is a transportation, you have to drive there. And the last is over-processing. You got to fill in the form. These are all the ways. But actually, he needs only to do one transaction work. Only 5 minutes. So these are the ways, identified ways. In Lean Six Sigma, we must remove waste, because waste is not a value-added activity at all. Think of your organization. When someone receives an emergency call, when you receive an emergency call from a sudden funeral arrangement, what is your procedure? Emergency, you know. My father passed away. How? Pastor. What is your processes? Immediately, everything in line in your mind already. Must call this, or you just, I think I got to get someone to help you. Or when your finance department reported to the office, the utility bill has soared 20 to 30% in the past 3 months. How are you going to deal with it? Water bill went up, electricity bill went up. Wow. For the past 3 months, it has been going up. Something is wrong somewhere. Where is the waste? You have to think of that context. So in organization, you are currently serving what processes are considered as value-added and non-value-added. If you handle cases, problems that are facing right now, what are the processes that are not value-added? To the member who have a need, his value-added is, can you solve my problem now? Yeah? The last one is continuous improvement. In Toyota and Six Sigma, continuous improvement means Kaizen. The Japanese call it Kaizen. In Chinese, we call Kaisan. Kaizen. When you think of Kaizen, it's always continuously reassessing the processes to make it improve and improve because of the word optimization. So in summary, these are the 5 characteristics that you must know about Lean Six Sigma. So far, everybody okay? Actually, my time is up. You allow me to have another 5 minutes or more, a little bit, because actually some of them actually came late. We start a little bit late, so I want you to know about some of the common tools very fast. What is a process? It's what you do, how you do, and get what the customer wants. That is called processes. There's an input and definitely there's an output, right? Okay? So it's a process, the collection of action, tasks that taken in a specific order to produce a product requested by the customer. So in Lean Six Sigma, we have all these process flow diagram. We have the process type map, we have the swim lane map, we have the high-level process map, we have the cyport map, we call the spaghetti diagram, we have the value stream map. I'm going to share with you these two, high-level process map and the value stream map. In agriculture, we have all these processes. loosening, sewing, harvesting, packaging, cleaning, sorting, and so forth, right? These are all the processes, right? This, based on the understanding, each process flow is all critical. But through the process of doing it, are you identifying all the things that are actually a waste? And there are opportunity for you to improve further. I saw a lot of YouTube, TikTok and all that, right? There are so many of these improvements they are doing. And they are sharing online. But I know how many people really think this is really practical. But those are processes. So in value stream map, when we think about this high-level process, it's like a single flow. It's a single flow thing, right? It can be a batch also. Just now you see in the agriculture, it's a single plus batch, right? Somebody will collect everything one time, then go to another level, it becomes a single. And then it go to another level, become a batch. Finally, it delivers the product out. So process has a flow. So in value stream mapping, every process are studied very carefully. Each process has the label, manpower, physically draw on the map. You draw it on the map. Okay? You can see. Process 1 take 4 hours, process 2 10 hours, and so forth, right? And then the triangles is representing the inventory for the process to complete the work. So they keep inventory of 7 days, some inventory 3 days, some inventory 5 days, 2 weeks, 1 week, so forth. This is just an example, right? Then there's the material flow, and the process start going 24 hours round the clock, okay? And we want to make this product, soft toys, okay? So you get from supplier, all the material will put in line, and the process start doing, and the customer wanted soft toy. And it's a monthly order, right? And it communicated quarterly focus, there's a production control, there's a weekly communication, and weekly, they'll get the supplier to supply all the raw material, the parts, and then they stock it, and the process start running. This is called value stream mapping. There is a material flow, and there is the information flow. And then the transport start. This is the current stage. But there is a delivery issue. There is a delay. Customer is very angry. Angry customer. And we found out that there is non-value added in process 2, in process 3, in process 4, the inventory, and then that lastly, there's a non-value added activity happening in process 5. So in value stream mapping, we will, after take a 3 months or 6 months of study about the process and understand why it is non-value added, we start to make changes. Remove process 2 and put the label into remove process 2 and put the process 2 into process 1. It becomes a single flow, not become a batch, right? And so forth. Process 3, instead of 2 labels, I become 1, right? The number of hours reduced to 10, and so forth, okay? So these are the changes. This is your plan. In the future, I want to become like that, okay? And you start doing it. And you realize that your customer is happy because the delay has been removed. Everything is in order. Because there are non-value added activity in between, and you make things process in order. So value stream mapping helps you to satisfy customer demand. And when there is a process, there's always a value stream map. Because value stream map identifies what is waste and what is value added and non-value added. So the new stage. 7 ways, we'll come to that already. Have you come across ways of overproductions? Like food, for example, correct? And just now we saw the video, If there's waste for food, we can use the earthworm to create values. That is value add. So waste can become another value. It's not a waste at all. So think of this. If it's a waste of production, is this identified? So we want to have proper inventory control, work efficiently and smarter, and reduce defects, save costs, improve delivery time quality, meeting customers' needs and satisfaction is a value-added task or activity. And that is all across in mindset. So we talked about Kaizen before in 5S. Okay. So Kaizen again is called continuous improvement. There's always a before and an after. So these are the 6 steps that we do. The DMAIC: design, measure, analyze, improve, and then you contain it, right? So in Singapore, if waste is not able to be, it's not avoidable. Definitely have waste. Example like food waste. In Singapore, we're not using earthworm. We're using, we call the black flies, the black soldier flies. We collect all the waste and we feed the black soldier. The black soldier will eat, and each black soldier can give about 500 eggs. And this larva, this pupa turned to larva, will eat up all the waste. You throw in the waste, you finish up all the waste, and they can produce fertilizer. The waste from the larva is a fertilizer for agriculture. And these flies and the larva can also be the fish food as well. Same like a worm. Similar. And in Singapore, now we are using this, trying to reduce waste. So Kaizen has 3 key factors: employee willing to change, continuously improving, and eliminate waste. Lastly, visual management. Visual management does not leave any room for miscommunication. Visually you see, you know where to go. Okay? So I show you this. This is a mass rapid transport. It's a train system in Singapore. This gentleman came to Singapore as a tourist, so he wanted to investigate how efficient is the train system. And he is trying to understand how visual things are done, such that as a tourist, so unfamiliar with the country, will he be able to get lost? You can see for yourself there are many signage, right? There's a lot of poster. And in Lean Six Sigma, we use the word Kanban. Kanban means signboard. Signage, Kanban. He is surprised that you do not have to purchase any card now. You can use your credit card to access entry into the train system. He's a tourist. And he observed that people are standing to the left. In Philippines, you are standing onto the right. All right? It got to do with your left-hand drive and right-hand drive. We are right-hand drive. Yours are left-hand drive. Yeah. So you can see that the signboard not only telling you the train station names, also tell you how many minutes it travels from one station to another. Okay, when he bought into the train, he goes, he can see, furthermore, there are more signage, more visual for him to see, is how many stations is he going to cross. Red means stop at that station. Green means coming to the next station. So these are all visual. Visual control is very important in Lean Six Sigma. This is a restaurant. You can see all the kanban, all the signage. It's telling customer, hey, come and eat. You know, we have promotion, we have this and that. Come and make a choice, you know. So I went into 2 restaurants, and 2 Japanese restaurants are using conveyor belt. Nobody come and serve food to you. No, it's all in a conveyor belt. And you order things, you just on the like MRT track, zoom, your food will come. There's a kitchen behind. You see the kitchen behind? There's a kitchen behind. And this company has a tray return system. And I observed, they only have two person operating the whole restaurant. One at the cashier, another one just assign you to go in and sit. And the next thing, he just sit back and relax. You don't have to do anything. The whole thing is you scan the QR code, you take order, until you make payment, everything is automatic. Only 2 operators. They cut down waiting time, motion, point of views, everything are all there. Reward system. See, this one have about 4 operators, which is much bigger. When you finish everything, you clean to the tray and you go into the central area for cleaning. People come in, take the QR number, will tell you are in this table 40. You just go straight to the table. Sit down, place your order, things will come. Eat, finish, go. So, you must tell yourself, are they really practicing Lean Six Sigma? Yeah, to a certain level, point of views, everything, they are all Lean.